your eyes, you're going to keep looking. He's going to have a light up there.
So
you're going to focus on that light. Don't look at my light, okay?
I'm
just looking at your eyes. Keep looking at
that. So I look at green light, you're going to distract me with the red light. I'm going to try to look at the red light.
But you're going to try to focus on the green light, okay? And that's all I'm doing is holding it up to your eyes, taking a look. I'm going to do the same thing, come back around over here, do the same exact stuff. You're going to continue to look at that light, okay? Then after that, what I'm going to do is I have another white light that we're going to do the same thing, okay? That one, I'm going to have right here, and I'm going to shine it in your eye for 15 seconds. It is a little uncomfortable, but it's not horrible. I had it done to me multiple times, okay? So it's not the end of the world. So
we're going to play
same thing, okay? It's just for 15 seconds.
Okay. So we're playing red light, green light, white light.
Exactly.
So right now, we need you to do is just close your eyes. Keep them closed until we tell you to open them. We're going to have you keep your eyes closed for at least a minute and a half while we turn the lights off. That way your pupils can adjust to the near total darkness.
Okay.
Okay, because the next time she's going to look at your eyes, it's going to be nearly totally dark in here.
Okay, so let me get this right. I'm going to close my eyes for 1 minute, 30 seconds. When I open them, I'm going to be looking at your green light, and she's going to be with the red light.
She's going to be looking at your pupil side.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to have a red light to my side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to focus on your green light.
Yep.
Let's go.
Okay.
So go ahead and close your eyes, keep your eyes closed.
All right. Are you from Austin?
Born in Los Angeles. I lived in Boston, Washington, D.C., Hong Kong. Been here about 15 years.
Man, you've been all over the place.
Yeah, I just got back from Costa Rica, Panama, and Colombia. So.
Yeah.
What took you to Hong Kong?
My father was working there.
What did he do?
He was a professor at the Hong Kong Institute of Science and Technology.
Did he study something, or was he an actual, taught?
He was a professor.
So he taught other people?
Yes.
What did he teach?
Finance.
How old were you when you were in Hong Kong?
I was in P1, P2, which is the equivalent of kindergarten and first grade.
Okay.
Wow.
So that was...
Long time ago.
That would have been...
I guess I was 5 or 6 or 6 or 7.
Let's see, how old are you now?
I'm 27.
27, so that would have been before Hong Kong went back to the Chinese?
Yeah, it's 93, 94, went back to the Chinese in 97.
97, yeah. Because I was there in 2002, so it was after they'd gone back to the Chinese.
Yeah. There's some issues there. I mean, there's protests now. It's sort of interesting. A lot of Chinese like under the British rule than Chinese rule, even though they're Chinese.
Well, they like having the free market and that free economy that
China's pretty free economy these days. It's been, since the 1980s, it's been opening up more and more. I mean, you look at the development of how people have been pulled out of poverty. The government's just focused on economic growth.
Yeah. All right, he's going to shine that light. I want you to focus on it, and like you said, I'm just going to have this red light right next to it.
Focus on the green light.
Yep.
Open your eyes and focus on that green light, okay? I'm trying to open your eyes a little bit wider. Open your eyes wider. There you go. Perfect. One more time on the other side.
Get some clockwork orange devices for this.
Try to open your eye wide. There you go. Perfect. All right.
Good?
Yep. Just hang tight for a second. You're going to keep looking at the lines on those. Okay. So this is going to be the bright one, okay?
Okay. I'm going to start at the green light.
I'm ready with your 15 seconds when you are.
Thank you.
I'm going to try to stare the best that I can.
Yeah, really focus on that light because it only has 15 seconds, okay?
All right.
All right, ready? It's going to just be uncomfortable for 15 seconds and that's it.
14, 15.
Good?
All right, one more time.
I don't know, it's pretty blurry in my left eye.
Yeah, this is the last one where we're shining lights in your eyes, okay? All right. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
All right. So 5.5 to 6.5 right down. And slow. Okay, go ahead and close your eyes. I'm just going to take a look in your mouth and your nose. Okay? So tilt your head back a little bit. Close your eyes. That way I don't blind you, okay?
All right.
All right, stick your tongue out for me. Okay, pull your lip down. There you go.
Good.
And then pull your lip up, top one. There you go. Alright. And then relax your mouth. I'm just going to take a look at your nose real quick.
You guys weigh me.
Kind of what it is.
You guys weigh me, you guys check my vital signs, blood pressure, blood.
Here, you can close your eyes. That way you're not
What brought you to Hong Kong?
Marine Corps.
Marine Corps. Why, what was the Marines doing in Hong Kong in 2002?
It was just a port that we stopped at for a couple of days. So we did Hong Kong, Korea, Thailand, Singapore, Guam, Philippines,
Cool. You're the,
Iwo Jima.
I'm going to turn the light on, so
Alright.
you might want to close your eyes real quick just so you adjust without being blinded.
my cousin's in the Marines, he's, gonna find out he's gonna go to Germany or Colorado, North Carolina.
Oral cavity has green tinge to the tongue. And he had, did you feel like the little flecks? And then,
Call those vapor trails.
When I was in, a couple of years ago, people always talk about my eyes being dilated, and, about 2 years ago, I wanted to get my license renewed, and I failed the vision test. So I've had glasses for about 2 years, but, I guess my eyes were always dilated because, you know, I needed glasses, and I never got my vision checked. So, that was 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago.
yeah. So what I'm going to do now is just going to feel your arms just to kind of feel how relaxed you are, how tense you are, things like that.
I'm a little tense.
Understandable. I want you to make a fist, really squeeze, and then just relax it. Now relax it.
Good.
And just relax your arms. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, make that fist again. Squeeze real hard. And release.
It's interesting that the Chinese let you guys like dock in Hong Kong. I mean, you can see the political problem that the Chinese, you know, equivalent to the Marines were docking in Los Angeles for a few days. That'd be politically, not, that wouldn't play well in the U.S. press, you know?
For
the Chinese Navy to dock in Los Angeles for a couple days.
yeah, and that's why it was different with
You went in 2002.
So yeah, it was post return to China, but it was still
No, they call it one country, two systems.
right.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. So
I mean, it's not like we went and docked in Shanghai.
yeah.
Now I could see that how there might be an issue with that, but
Maybe it'd be like if you docked in Guam, Chinese docked in Guam, because Guam's a special territory of the U.S. So,
Have you ever, and this just questions we ask everybody, but have you ever used any kind of needles or anything like that
Nope.
before? Okay.
I'm not good with needles, that's why she had trouble looking for a vein in
Not
my
a fan.
foot. Not a fan of needles.
Understandable. Alrighty.
No marks indicated.
Ah, nice. Okay. Is there
Last
other
pulse.
little question? Oh, yeah.
So how long have you been doing this? You're new?
Kind of new to the DRE stuff, yeah.
Do you guys rotate or doing different things, or how does that work?
We rotate.
So I guess you're in the car sometimes, you're in here sometimes?
No, we were actually at home. We were actually home sleeping.
Sleeping.
Oh, so you
This page
just
is
for
fine.
me, just for me?
Yep.
You're
Make-
special,
make
just
me-
for you.
yeah.
I know. All right. Well,
I'll come in between by now, so we'll call it even.
we're all in the same boat then, yeah. How's your pulse? Some people it's easy to find out, and sometimes it's not.
Yeah, I guess it's the vein type thing, you know, they can't find a good vein to take blood, so you can't find a good vein.
Here's left. Right there.
This is why I can't be a junkie. Would it be easier or harder to find when you're nervous?
Kinda. I think it's a little more nervous maybe. Kind of all the same still. It speeds it up or it doesn't.
Yeah, I think if you're nervous, it would make you more jumpy.
I've never had a hard time trying to find a pulse like this.
So I was coming back through immigration, 5 in the morning, Sunday. I've been to 45 countries. I never get hassled nearly as much from any country except my own country. I get flagged every single time. I'm still alive.
No, yours is funny. It's like I find it and then it just.
I'm special. That's why they woke you up. Maybe my neck. Maybe it could be related to my eyes having issues.
No. The first time, I feel it a lot in this one.
Well, it'll take you a while to get it the first time. I don't think
I'm telling you, I've never had a hard time with this.
I don't think someone can like mentally slow down their pulse. It's not like I'm trying to do this to you guys, you know?
No, we don't think that at all.
Oh, there it is, okay.
So when do they wake people up and not wake people up?
Anytime that somebody's arrested for DWI and the officer on the street suspects that the impairment is caused by something other than alcohol, a drug recognition expert has to come in and talk to the person.
I'm willing to give a urine sample right now.
Well, we don't collect urine, so all we do is blood.
Oh, so you can detect everything in the urine as the blood, so...
Right, we use the blood because we don't collect urine. We don't test urine.
But the blood's more reliable.
So I have no idea. Like I said, we've never dealt, I've been here 9 years and we have never dealt with urine, so.
Yeah. And every place is different. Some departments may use it, but we just use blood.
Okay.
Okay, so my job, I've taken quite a bit of classes, okay? There's a lot of stuff that when you take something, your body reacts to it in certain ways. And there is absolutely nothing you can do to control those things. It's kind of like your heart beating,
Yeah.
okay? It's not something you can say, start, stop, things like that. It's something that's doing it on its own. So when you take something into your body, sometimes it will affect you. And so we can see things that you don't even know that are going on, okay? So when was the last time you have used any cocaine, meth, anything along those lines?
Bogota is at 8,000 feet. Denver is at 5,000 feet. I got altitude sickness. Maybe about, last week. So I flew from Panama to Bogota on Sunday, the week before. I had headaches, and basically I had 2 cups of coca tea on probably Wednesday. But from my understanding, that stuff is just so weak that it's out of your system in a couple days.
Yes, and what I'm seeing is not going to be from something that long ago, okay?
Okay.
So...
When was the last time you smoked marijuana?
Last time I had marijuana in my system was probably 5 years ago, and that was a brownie. And that was in Amsterdam, 5 years ago. The blood tests are going to show absolutely nothing.
Well, you said twice tonight that the blood tests are going to show virtually nothing.
Because of the cider.
Well, we already know that the cider is not in your system, because when you provided the breath test to Officer Johnson, it showed 0 alcohol in your system. So,
then what was
we
he
know...
saying to me that, I'm just saying, I'm a little...
Your body is telling us that there's something in your body, in your system. Your body's telling us there's probably marijuana in your system, and/or some sort of stimulant like cocaine or methamphetamine.
Okay.
And it's also telling us that there's some sort of depressant in your system, like the clonazepam that you said that you took a week ago.
Or
No, I took it, Sunday, Monday. I took a night flight from Bogota.
Have you taken anything else, like Xanax or
No.
anything else in
No.
the meantime?
No.
You haven't taken any other kind of pills or anything?
Maybe a Tylenol PM 2 nights ago.
Okay.
It was an Advil PM. Tylenol PM, one of the 2.
Okay. Because like you're saying, your body shows us different things, okay? And it's screaming right now that
Okay.
you are on certain things.
Well, the blood test is probably gonna, better than the chemical test is better than the human test.
Did you ever used to use in the past?
Use what?
Any cocaine?
I used my whole drug history. Maybe when I was 18, I put cocaine on my teeth. That's the only time I've had any cocaine. I took the coca leaf tea, which they told me stuff is extremely weak, helps you get over altitude sickness. That was on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. I only had like 2 or 3 cups. I'm not a tea drinker. I've only smoked marijuana socially. I did it maybe when I was 19 or 20. Just like year and a half in college. I got one incident where a friend was smoking in his dorm room. Police came to the dorm room. He locked the door. Police couldn't get the thing, and basically the next day he wanted to hide the pipe in my trunk. I stuck the pipe in my trunk. A couple weeks later, I was pulled over about 12 at night I had nothing in my system, no alcohol, no drugs. A police light came on. They told me to get out of the car. I found myself surrounded by 4 police cars, okay? I had nothing in my system. I was never charged with any intoxication. I was kept out in the cold with not much, something like this up in Lubbock from like 12 to 4 in the morning, where I was hassled by about 5 police officers. They finally told me that, the drug dog always finds something. I've never had incidents, where the drug dog does not find anything and the drug dog doesn't find anything.
This
is when I was 19 years old. I'm 27 now. I was charged with drug paraphernalia. The one time I was charged with that. I've never been, big smoker or stuff like that. I've been to Holland a few times. I've taken only the brownies.
I'm going to cut you off real quick. You did say, you made a comment about being ADHD. Do you take anything to cope with that?
No.
No?
No.
Do you smoke marijuana to help you be able to...
I've not smoked marijuana in years.
In years?
In years.
Okay.
Maybe 5 years ago I smoked marijuana.
Okay. Well, like I said, your body is telling me a lot of different things, and in my opinion, from all my classes I've taken, you are intoxicated, and you were intoxicated at the time of the stop. So the officer did make a good choice.
Can you explain, what's making
Being intoxicated is not just alcohol. It's also whatever other substance.
No, I agree with that, but this is like, you can arrest me for being, sleepy, drowsy driving, but I'm obviously, awake right now. I got out of bed at 1 in the afternoon.
Oh, you're very awake.
I'm very awake. So what happens when if we're under oath, stuff like that, what happens when the blood test shows, Tylenol, Advil PM in my system, and Klonopin from 5 days ago?
Then that's something that the courts will have to do, and the courts will take that into consideration and decide whether or not they're gonna dismiss the charges.
That's not for us, that's not us at that point.
What are the signs that are screaming intoxication, and what type of intoxication is screaming?
Your eyes are extremely dilated for normal light, which means they're very big right now. That's a big sign. Okay?
So shouldn't they be reddish? Shouldn't they be like bright reddish?
They're a little red from the marijuana, okay?
Okay.
Your eyes are doing a lot of different things and showing me a lot of different things that scream different types of drugs.
I've not smoked marijuana in 5 years.
Okay.
I'm smart enough to know that the blood tests are not gonna, I've had 1 cider, so I'm not gonna say anything, intoxicate, The blood tests are gonna show absolutely nothing in my system. Maybe I just have an eye problem, because, people talking about my eyes being dilated. If I have some eye problem, maybe there's some, I don't know. I went to the eye doctor on Monday, because I lost my glasses in Costa Rica, in a river. I didn't have my glasses for 2 weeks. I got my glasses on Monday. I sort of find this, do you understand what I say with the cones and the police? If you look at Officer Wynn's car, he's going to be backing out, of the street, perpendicular to me, and it's going to look like he's letting me in, okay? I did all the tests with Officer Johnson in good faith. On the video, it's going to show me, play stuff like that. I've been around people that smoke marijuana, and it's similar to being intoxicated, with alcohol. This is the problem, Colorado, Washington, there's not a good test for the drugs. And I'm saying that I should be, slurring my speech. I haven't smoked in 5 years, at least.
All right.
So, here's the thing. Like we told you before, our job is to determine whether or not Officer Johnson made a good arrest, okay, ultimately. And at this point, we feel that he did. And
it's only because of my eyes.
No.
It's a lot of things.
It's a lot of things. We're not going to go into every single one of them here, but, like you keep saying, the blood test is going to show what the blood test is going to show. We think the blood test is going to show that you have intoxicants in your system. If it comes back and it doesn't show that you have intoxicants in your system, then that's up to the courts to decide what they're going to do with the charge. But right now, you are going to be booked into jail for driving while intoxicated.
okay? So go ahead and stand up, we're gonna get you to go back out here, okay? Come.
So what's the process next?
You'll be booked in, fingerprinted, photographed.
Can I use the bathroom again?
Yes, you can. You can use the restroom as much as you like. You'll be able to make some phone calls. You'll go before the judge. The judge will set your bond. Once the judge sets your bond, then you can bond out of jail and be released.
And I'll take you over there and I'll show you where everything is and we'll get you going in that track, okay?
Is also? Sure. I said the blood doesn't be negative, but it's damn high.